and last week, 4th March, an OpenAI update from Mike. Well, OpenAI, AI modules. Okay.
AI, not OpenAI. Yep, AI.
And Zoltan, a short thing, which was
deployments for the website.
Which was Orchard website deployments, automation. Today, 11/2025, it's my wife's birthday. And it's also demo time.
Yes, even more important. I also have, I'm not relative, but updates about admin redesign. Still off the record at the end.
Okay. And see.
No one else has the demos. I might be able to demo it then. Just a quick demo.
Mike has suggested that I do a demo on the asset management tool. So let's see.
Everyone has a demo. Lauren, demo.
No. For now, I'll just watch the demo. Thank you.
I don't have a demo. I can demo things, but it will not be Orchard. I'm doing something. I started something for free actually. I just improvements. It was fun. It's important and fun. We'll see. So status here. Orchard 1. I'm thinking nope. Orchard Core. It will refresh. It was the 4th, so we see that. Updating release instructions. Okay, Victoria, because Victoria is here, so we'll start with Victoria. Victoria.
Oh, okay, thank you.
So you can go back to your whatever you were doing after.
Yeah. So I would like to talk about Harvest as usual. And so we were talking in the last few weeks about two possible locations. One of them is Prague and the other one is Amsterdam, where we already had one harvest before. And so the two options, we have local organizers as well from the community. But we were discussing about the connecting flights and also about the possible costs because, for example, Prague would be possibly cheaper than Amsterdam based on our experiences and knowledge. And also, even if checking the flights, even if someone, for example, coming from the US has to change a flight to Prague, it's still much more cheaper than going to Amsterdam. And I was curious about your opinion of going to Prague this year to have the Orchard Harvest Conference. And also the others' opinion who is taking part in this meeting now. We would have a really good local organizers. They are really eager to help us.
When is it?
So it as after the survey, most people voted for September. So it would be probably the same date as last year.
So where is Internet Explorer? I will do 2024.
Oh, when was it? It was the 12th and the 13th, or yeah, yes, I remember it correctly.
Here is a calendar.
Oh, what are you trying to do, Sourcemaps?
Oh, because I'm busy. That's a 2025.
Yes.
I am busy. I thought it was the 9, but must be the 7 there. I have to check. There is a week or two I can definitely not move. So I have to check. But that's just me. It's my Internet Explorer, so it's my calendar. I will check. Just saying. September around, I'd say the 14th.
Yeah, but I sorry, I didn't understand. Would that be okay for you as well?
No. I mean, if it was October, perfect. September, I know I personally, just me, have some impossibilities in September. So I'm just checking if it's colliding with these dates.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we haven't decided on the exact date.
Yeah, just if you told me October, I'm like, yeah, I don't care about September because it's October. If you tell me September, I'm like, yeah. If you tell me August, I'm like, I can't either or whatever. So that's just, and that's the same for everyone. So that's why I wanted to know earlier if we had an idea about when it would be. Yeah, if we don't know, we don't know. I mean, we don't even know where it will be. So Prague, Amsterdam. Okay.
Yeah, and so about the location, do you have any comments on that? Or anyone?
Oh yeah. Peter, these are Prague or Amsterdam is fine with me. Thank you.
I don't
Prague is
believe
nice.
it would be an issue, a major issue either way. Like it's either you can't go to Europe and Prague, Amsterdam won't solve anything. I mean, it's not like if it was long. Yeah, I mean, Amsterdam is more accessible, but then you can go to Prague from Amsterdam, maybe, or from. I'm not sure if it would be a big issue. It's harder to go to Prague, but if it's much cheaper, which probably will be. Will Prague still be in Poland in September?
I don't believe Prague was ever in Poland.
No, or Czech Republic. Where is Prague?
Yeah.
Yes.
Czech Republic. So we are safe. It's Czech Republic. Then I have so many colleagues working there. Internet team. Maybe we should do something with the unit team actually. Maybe they have some things there. I will ask.
With the what convention you said?
With the what?
You said we should do something with the something convention, but I didn't understand.
No, I didn't say convention. The .NET team, the .NET team has lots of workers in Prague. Maybe there is some. Yeah, I will ask them if they can or
that
want.
Would be nice.
Yeah. Like if there is if we can access the Microsoft, I don't know, team rooms, meeting rooms there, if they have space and they are willing to do that, maybe that could be an opportunity.
Yes, I think
I will ask.
And
I just remembered one thing. Last time we talked about it, we talked about trying to do the same time as like a big convention in town and try to join if possible, so we can be like part of something bigger.
Yeah, but yeah.
I don't know if we even thought about that.
Yeah, you should do that.
We can try, but it's hard to manage because the other conference will be like, hey, what do I get? Maybe money, sure, but they will be like, hey, we have to then organize 2 things or give you more rooms. It's more work for them. So if it's not, yeah, if we don't, yeah, we would pay them for sure. Okay, yeah, maybe that would be a reason.
The details need to be hashed out if you find a suitable conference to co-locate with or at least collaborate with somehow. But I think we should definitely approach that because
there are lots of conferences in Prague, right? I see some .NET conferences at least in Prague quite frequently.
Yeah.
Do you drive by car to go from Hungary to Prague?
I think it's a bit too far for that.
Dude,
I would probably take a plane.
Dude, not talking to people living in America, so maybe.
Yeah, you can even go by train, and some goes by car, but
By bike? You bike?
Maybe.
That would take like a week, but it would be a great adventure.
I won't be the one going by bike, but you have other options.
How much? Dude. Oh, that's doable. Look at that. It's what, 500 kilometers? 600 max?
Yeah, like 500, I think.
See? Must be cold there. Boy.
But if you have time, you can come to Budapest first and then go by bike to Prague.
Amsterdam is closer. Oh, you can't go to bike. You can't bike to Amsterdam from Hungary. Okay. Cool. Nice.
Okay.
Right.
But when we have some decision, I will let you know. I will create a post as well about it.
Would it be in Prague or in the suburb? Do we want to be like in the city center and like where is the airport, for instance, in Prague? We don't know that.
That's not something that we have talked about, but I guess we would like to have a location that's relatively easy to reach. Also, yeah, from the transportation hubs, which is nice. Prague has a nice historic city. That's probably something that we would like to be close to for social events, if otherwise it's suitable.
Yeah, and I have already been to Prague, and if I remember well, the public transport was really good, so it would be also an option.
Yeah, September, it's still warm. It's only summer. Look at that. September Celsius, because we speak Celsius. Like Mike is like, yeah, it will be cold. But no, it's not cold. Okay. Thank you for the update. So narrowing between Prague and Amsterdam in September, somewhere in the middle of September. I have to check the place. I will let you know my plans, and then we will adapt around my plans, and nobody cares about everyone else. Right?
Okay,
Thank you. So we are doing status, I believe, and where was I? This one, updating release instructions. They are updated for the next release. Avoid null reference exception because these are nasty. Okay, if there is no node with this name, that we can't build the thing. Improvements on the AzureAISearch. This is the thing that you showed last week. Oh, maybe not. This is a PR that we saw on Thursday. AI search improvements.
This PR allows you to add other data coming from other sources than just content items. So you could create that Azure AI index and you can pull the data from somewhere else. It doesn't have to be just content items. We did add a source for content items still, so we continue to have index based on content items, but it just enables a functionality where you can just say, you know, I have data coming from an API and I just want to be able to add it. So that's the improvement there.
OpenId Connect settings out of the security segment. So let's move the menu around. Asset Manager Parcel prod.js min.js. So now instead of having the .prod.js files, even though I don't see the change. Oh, here, that's nice. But that's weird. That's even detect it as a rename. It's seeming like delete and create. Interesting. This one is a rename. So now the .min.js, meaning the minified version, which is the same as the non.min, but this one doesn't link to the map file. Vue Draggable version 2 dependent on Vue 2 because we ship Vue 3 and Vue 2. So whatever is using Vue 2 should set it. Otherwise, it will load Vue 3. Set email and SMS feature to communication category. Okay, communication. Simplify AzureAISearch events. Specific events for Azure AI. We won't call it Orchard anymore. We'll call it AzureAISearch portal. Min action source maps. Oh, what happened? So this is the min file which doesn't have the source map. And this is the thing. Whoa! It's not even minified.
Yeah, it's
oh, it is. It was not. Now it is. And it has the source map.
Yeah, it's doing the same as parcel now.
It's
so both are using the same logic.
Same as parcel. What is?
The min.mjs file now produces files just like parcel does. Yeah.
We live in a minified world. Everything is minified. Okay. Save and continue button to admin node and content type editors. So new contributor. We have a save and continue for the admin code and the content type editor. Beautiful. New contributor, validation input name in FormInputElementPart. Valid. Poor people will have to translate that.
Yes, and they should, because when you say name, it doesn't really make sense.
Yeah.
You don't know what names mean. So here we explicitly say it's an HTML name, and also we explain what's allowed. So it is what it is. We just needed it.
In terms of easiness for translations, it would have been, I'm just saying, it would have been easier to just say required chars and then show the chars, like AZ, AZ, 09, but because as a French, I'm like, what crap? How do I translate that? How do I say that in French? Antoine, do you know? How do you call that in French? Square brackets. I have no idea. Antoine, you use that every day, square brackets. That I know, parentheses, but it's not even in the list. Crochet. Oh, crochet. Thank you. Oh, I remember. Update. How do you say it, Jasmin, in your French?
Crochet.
Square brackets. Do you say crochet also?
Crochet gauche, crochet droite.
Okay, thank you. Same thing. Update Elasticsearch docker image. That's a minor version. Oh, that's Renovate that does that.
Yep. It actually has like a dozen updates in the queue. I'm not sure why it didn't trigger them, but my hunch is that there was an hourly limit on the number of pull requests it opened, which was 2. I think that was the problem. I removed that since it doesn't matter for us. There's no limits on the parallelism we have in the CI system. So most possibly next week we'll have a bunch, and after that it will be normal again.
This one probably is because of this one. It creates one every day.
But there's like a dozen different dependencies that are waiting for updates, so it's not like a dozen AWS.
I'm just complaining about AWS. I like to complain about AWS SDK version.
Oh yeah,
I have nothing to do.
Release process.
Cypress update, benchmarks. Okay. xunit-dotnet monorepo. That feels super weird. I don't really believe. Oh, I know. Okay. It's not because of benchmark.net auto-generating entry points. That's why I was thinking it's wrong. So this is wrong. So this is not because benchmark.net is generating a program CS or an entry point. It does, but benchmarks can have their own program and benchmark.net will work. I believe the issue is xunit, which might be doing it itself. Maybe. I would say I think it is xunit because benchmark.net has never been an issue with that. Maybe it should be actually xunit to be confirmed. OpenIddict.
Yep. Can be a thing. I will look into that. Yeah, I will look into
that. Because yeah, the difference between xunit 1 and 3 or 2 and 3 is that they are using the new model runner mode from Visual Studio and they produce an exe. So I think even the CS purge of xunit now creates an exe. That's why I believe it's showing up only now because Isham tried the benchmarks and it's failing with the new xunit version, which we launched like a month ago. And it's not benchmark issue, it's just xunit. This is valid fix. The reason in the comment is just, I think, wrong. We'll see. So that some refactoring, reinstalling, update.
I just checked, and the benchmarks project has nothing to do with XUnit. So I don't know how that would be related.
No, because it references the test probably. You see, we reference the test because we benchmark some things that are in the test.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see. Yeah. I don't know why this came up with this minor update or this patch updates of XUnit, because if anything, this should have been something that happens with the V3 upgrade.
No, it was, but why do we? Or you know what I think is that do we only see the issue maybe if you try to run the app, because maybe, and then at that point it will fail. No,
this was a build error actually. So
okay, interesting. Failed. Then I don't know. Then maybe I should have checked this PR, because maybe the answer is there. And the only thing is that thing. No, there is nothing special here. Nothing special here. I don't know then. There is a reason, but not well understood. Interesting. So OpenIddict 611. Adapting. Yeah, there is a new version of XUnit v3, which is version 2 now. Simplify the Azure Search AI events. Right, there was already a PR like it here.
Yep. Because I'm consuming it, I actually tried to integrate with a third party, and I'm noticing things that we could do, and I improved it. So the events are they're simplified even more.
Why didn't you make it correct the first shot?
I don't know.
It's disappointing.
It won't be the first time, would it?
No. Cool. Awesome job. So Zoltan is last. Who's next? Plasma, Mike?
I'll do mine really quick, and then we'll go. Jasmine is going to probably take a minute. So I'll just do mine really quick. All right. It's not a big thing, but I just want to show something that I've been working on. So for those who haven't heard, there's this project out there that allow you to integrate with all AI models used in Orchard. And so what else can I do with it? So what I did is I created a browser extension that allow you to invoke the utilities that you can create with this project. So in this project, you can create profile, and a profile can be a chat, or it can be a utility. And chat, we've seen it before, where you have a one-on-one conversation with the chat bot or your model. But the utility is something that does a task, or like something like you'll get an input and it'll give you an output. There is no chat. There is no two-way. There's no communication, I should say, like more than one. So what I did is I created an extension. The extension, you can install it in your browser. You can do it in Chrome or in Firefox, and it's called WinAware. What this extension does, it basically hooks into text areas like here, and allow you to interact and improve your text. So for example, here I have a dummy page with 3 text boxes, just so we can test. So if I type in, if I focus, you'll notice here this came up, the W. That's the extension did that. So if I type in something like this is test, right? I misspelled it on purpose, and you'll see here this is it's a lowercase. So if I click here, well, first it's my first time using it, so I would have to log in. So I would have to log in first. And then once I'm logged in, you'll see now my extension is ready for use. You'll see buttons here at the bottom. These are the ones that are, these are my utilities. So I can dynamically go in my portal, my backend portal, and just add a new utilities. And each utility can have a different function. And I can assign icon if I want to. So in this one, if I hover over it, it just say it improves the language. So you'll see this is what I typed here. If I hit here, you see how it improved it. Now it becomes, this is a test. Much better than this version. I can undo that. I can try it again. I can then, if I'm okay with it, I can accept it. And you'll see this is my improved text. So this is, and here you can add as many utilities as you want. Like I said, it's, I don't want to demo it again, but it's the back end of the open or of the AI module. And you can just create as many utility profiles as you want. And you'll see that you'll have, each one will do a different functionality. This will accept the changes. So once you see it, you're happy with it, you can accept it. This will undo. And then if you want to log out, you can log out. But you don't have to, and it will work. It will stay logged in even if you go to a different website. So you don't have to log in on every single website that you see it. Same thing here. You click on it, you know, you'll see it. Well, I don't know why it didn't show up, but it should have. But yeah, that's the idea, is that you're able to. This is kind of similar to Grammarly. If you've seen that, it allows you to like fix grammars and fix typos and, you know, even improve a text. If you just have like poor grammar in your message, you can just click here and it will just improve. And then once you're all done, you can just log out and then boom, you're happy. And then it logs you out. That's it.
Thank you.
Is it already in the Chrome store?
Yeah, but you'll need credentials and that's the only thing. But yeah, it's out there.
Very nice.
Let me know when you make it public.
I don't think we have a plan to do that yet.
All right.
I will paste a link called Smart Components from Steve Sanderson. You will watch the video and what it does. Kind of related. It's fun. We'll watch the demo later. Laser components using AI to make the components, like the fields and everything, smart. Zoltan, no, Jasper, your turn, Jasper.
I think it's better that you, that Zoltan goes first, depending on the time that it might take on my side.
Zoltan is at the end because we stopped the recording for Zoltan.
Oh, okay. So I'd say I'll invite Mike to comment here. He asking me to do a demo of how to get it quickly running with the new asset management tool. So I'd say, do you guys have any questions right now with the asset management tool? What is the most complicated for you guys for migrating to using that tool?
If I have one comment would be, as a user, once I clone the repository, what do I do to generate the files? And assuming I change a file, how do I restart the build so I can commit the changes and it will be perfect in the PR?
Normally, you just do yarn first.
That's why a demo would be great.
Yeah. Well, I documented everything, but now it's the way that it works is that Node doesn't allow. Well, they don't want you to install yarn globally on your computer, so we're using Corpac for that matter. So not sure what you're showing there.
I don't know.
So the idea behind my request, Jasmine, is that I haven't used it, so I don't have any feedback whatsoever, right? But the idea is that it's a big change, right?
Yeah.
And so yes, it is documented, but I think it'll be a great to start from zero and do everything and explain everything. How can someone use it in their project? How can we build it? And not just how can we build it. If I want to start a new module, what do I need to do and how do I need to create new scripts? The idea is that for this to be recorded, and then we take this recording and put it on the same page as the asset manager, so someone can also use that, you know, to watch that video if needed, and so they can integrate it into their project. Like, why do we need to do import instead of what we have done before, right? What's the benefits and things like that? If you're able to, if not, I mean,
yeah.
Oh well.
Well, this would need to be like a video that I create by myself and that I share, because just doing this like in a meeting like we're having now, I think it would be too much.
What? If it's too much, there's a problem.
Well, there's a lot to cover, but yeah.
No.
I could go to the basics.
If there is a lot to cover, there is a problem.
I don't think so, but yeah.
You will show me. Look, I have the console. I'm just waiting for this folder to be created. I know why it's taking some time.
Yeah, it's not a big. Doing this is not the big issue. Is showing people how to use, for example, Vite.
No.
And to get going quickly, or doing something to compile with Parcel, which is not really that hard, but yeah, I mean, I could show something really quick here locally.
Let's say I have Orchard.
Yeah. Normally you just do core pack enable.
Wait, exactly. That's exactly why we need it. Because I know nothing. I didn't read the doc. I never do JavaScript. And I have code. I have that. I have Orchard. It's clean. And I have modules. My modules, Orchard modules. And I want to do a change in a module like a field. You can mention the field. OrchardCore, CMS field, modules, alias as views. I would have
maybe
assets.
Just try admin
assets.
dashboard.
I found one.
Yeah.
Audit trail, JS, SCSS, perfect. And there is a TSX file. Okay. And this is some TypeScript, TSX, it's without TypeScript. It's the X after TypeScript. And here I want to add some log. Okay. And I save the file.
Oh.
And now I assume I need to generate something to update my.
I would go in Visual Studio and open up a terminal.
I have a terminal.
Yeah, or this one, and just type core pack enable first. So this is not working because you need to be enabling this with an administrator account on your terminal first.
That's why it's very important.
And it's documented too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I go back there. It's also good to show the issues.
Core pack will install Yarn for you, and it's going to install the proper version of Yarn. This is why Node has included core pack as part of their application when you download it in Windows.
So I need Node.
Yeah, you need Node at least, I think, version 15, which installs core pack.
And so I did core pack enable. I didn't see anything. So now what?
Yeah, it's there. If there's nothing, then if you do Yarn after that, you need to do Yarn, not Yarn install. Yarn will. Right. Yeah.
Yarn, at least.
Just Yarn. Yarn will install the proper version of Yarn that you need to. And for you, it's not working there. It's trying to install version 1.22.19, which is not supposed to be that version. If you look at your package, go back in Visual Studio Code, go to the root folder. Package.json. It's supposed to have something there, package manager in Yarn 4.7.0. It's supposed to download that version. So
I need to do npm install?
No, you're not supposed to do that. That's why you're installing Corpac. So there's something happening there. Can you try just again doing just yarn quick? Just yarn. He is saying Punycode model is deprecated. Please use land.
But still, I'm having V1 and I should want yarn V2. And I think I know why I have V1.
Yeah, it's installed by default on your system. So
yeah. But I may need to update it. So I have that because ASP.NET Core uses yarn V1.
Yeah.
Issues.
You could install it globally by doing npm install -g. And I think it's yarn at latest. And it's going to install 4.7.8, 4.7.0. And then, yeah, not even. I won't ask you to restart your computer, but it's something that has to do because Corpac is there, but it's not working. It's just not triggering.
No, it doesn't want. I have yarn V1 probably because I installed it.
I had that issue and I forgot what I did to fix it, but I fixed it. There is a fix.
You could also uninstall yarn globally by doing yarn uninstall -g yarn. Yeah.
Yes.
No, just npm uninstall, just like you did. So that's supposed to be working normally. And it could be installed, yeah, in different folders. Yeah, it's still there. So
because I use the MSI problem.
Probably, yeah. And if it's yeah, you need to uninstall that.
Good.
See there. I would say no, because you don't want that on that folder. You don't want it on that folder. You want it on the OrchardCore folder.
Oh, I see. I was not in the OrchardCore folder. So we need to install yarn 1, and then I can do Corpac enable.
It's already done, but now you just do yarn, and it should fetch the proper version of yarn.
So when I type yarn, Corpac is like, hey, you don't have it, so I will download it for you.
Yeah, okay. And it's installing that version for that repository, for that folder. And it has a cache in the yarn cache folder where it has the yarn version.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to be faster with yarn because it will resolve all these dependencies only once in a single folder, in a single node module folder, which is at the root of your solution. On contrary to what we had before, where we had a lot of node module folders with a lot of duplicates of dependencies. It should be faster downloading all of these.
Now the doc says run yarn build-gr.
Yeah, you could do yarn build now because you're not using a gulp asset. The change that you're making is in the assets.json file, so you would only need to do yarn build for that matter because of the change that you made in the file, which is compiled with an assets.json file, which is using the new asset manager. And if you make a change to an asset that is compiled with gulp, then you need to do a -jr. Yeah, you could do just G2 to build it, but GR will rebuild the asset.
Why do we need so many different like JR and G and or GR and G? Why do we need different ways to build it in the same project? Is there a benefit?
It's just because I needed to be able to have backward compatibility on some of these, and I wanted to keep the gold file for those that wants to keep use it, and they could want to migrate their own solution if they want to use that tool, which is a good addition to keep the gold asset file there for that matter. And no, there's no real reason. I mean, I just mapped these actions to these comments. I could have made other comments. It just seemed to me that it was right to do a dash something to trigger gulp, which is different than yarn build.
No, I mean, like, why do we even care to keep gulp, period? I mean, if we're gulp is an old thing, and if we don't care about it and we're trying to move something more, robust, then we shouldn't even care about old stuff. Just saying. Like, why would you complicate everything?
I personally don't really care about the guild file anymore, but we still have like 2 or 3 assets that needs it because I need to still migrate it. It's the Monaco editor and the Tromboing editor, which is why we keep the guild file for now. I haven't had time to look at it, and there's a lot of customization with Monaco, which I don't want to break right now. So we'll get there at one point where we're going to remove it, the gold file, and probably remove also the -jr, or I don't see any issue to keep it, to be honest.
But we don't want to keep maintaining it. So at some point the plan is to remove it, correct?
Well,
yes.
Yeah, I don't see it maintaining it because we. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
So I built the thing. It found all the files have changed, probably because of CRLF conversions that are in the script.
Just stage these, they will disappear.
And I can.
Yeah, and you will see.
I think this shouldn't happen if you reclone the whole repository, because then the line endings will be correct on the checkout.
I would agree with that, but
in the workflow, when we validate, what do we call? What command are we using right now? Because before we had the gulp, that's how we validated resources if they got updated. But did that change? Are you using the build JR or GR or G?
On the CI, we're using yarn build -jr because we want to build everything and make sure that gulps also rebuild files. But I've used J because, well, I just copied what we already had in that assets validation. We were doing guild.
Okay, so we're using GR. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, when just comment on Zoltan's comment, I would expect the ways to keep attributes here to do the conversion automatically, text auto. But however the files were committed, it's not happening automatically, I believe. And there is some code still in the workflow to do the conversion manually, to convert everything to LF, which I don't like. But
yes,
but it should work.
This is how it should work indeed. I'm not entirely sure about this case, but I've seen before. Still, when you fix the line endings and you commit them, then for everybody else to also see these fixes, you have to reclone.
Cool. But in the end, what is diff? Oh, okay. Okay, so you think I have to change in this file a div viewer because I changed that thing?
Yeah, it recompiled it to div viewer.
Cool.
And Webpack doesn't create any minified file or a different two different files. It just creates one. We will need to change it, and it was like that before. I just didn't change the configuration for that for Webpack.
Yarn build. So I changed it to an CSS file now. I'm doing build.
And of course, you could have made that faster by just doing yarn build -n and the asset name that you have for that file.
Oh, okay.
Which is in the asset.json file.
Okay.
And it will build just that.
I click there. Move that. Now I have SCSS that I changed. CSS thing with the change. The min CSS, which is 1.9. And this one, for some reason, that got updated. Oh, but this one looks like the one. No, nothing to do. Interesting.
No.
This one.
Yeah, maybe a change that I need to push.
Yeah, but it just showed up with my second rebuild, which is weird. Interesting, right? Okay, we'll see. Someone will have the same question, but .js. Maybe it's related, we just don't know why. Let's see. Cool. Thank you.
Well, that's the basics.
That's okay. That's perfect. At least to unblock, and then we show there is a documentation here with more options and notes and how to convert the files. That's great. But at least we have a startup process that we show everyone. That's what I was missing, so that I'm glad with that. Thank you. Next topic, Zoltan. So everyone, bye-bye. See you next week. Blah, blah, blah. And Zoltan is next. His private stuff.
Bye, everyone. Could you please